All right, I want to welcome everybody. This is Chuck Williams, and if you're live with us, great. If you're watching this as a recording, great. But I want to get this information out to you as quickly as possible. There's a lot of exciting things going on with Isagenix and all of our businesses in particular. If you weren't able to join us this past Saturday, Kwangsoo Shin did an amazing job on the weekly Korean training. And we're keeping this kind of tight to the vest. We don't record that call. We keep it tight to the vest, and there are reasons we do that. And you're going to need to get on one of the calls to find out what those reasons are, because we are recording this. So I'm not going to share those reasons other than tell you that you are in the right place, the right time, with the right team, with the right training. Everything is lined up for you. There's only two things that are going to make the difference, and that is you and your actions. You got to become the person you need to be to succeed by being placed in the place you're in. And then you got to take action. You could be the best person in the world, the best recruiter, the best networker, but if you don't take action, it don't matter who you are, nothing's going to happen. So it takes two things, and that's it. You becoming the person that you need to be, and most of you are there. And then number two, you got to take the action. And we talked on that Saturday, and I'm not going to reemphasize that a whole lot. Kwangsoo, we are recording now, but is there anything you want to share that we can get out to our teams to let them know how important and significant the next few months are, especially the next few weeks, in developing that momentum going into the Korean expansion? Anything you want to share?
Yes, absolutely. I've been telling everybody that, you have to make Korea meaningful to you, right? I mean, I don't care how big of a Korean market or Japanese market or a Chinese market, if it's not part of your journey, then it doesn't mean anything. So I want to take this moment to congratulate Pam. She met a few people in social media, and she connected one person who worked in Nerium before and also part of another company now. And she's coming to LA, and I'm meeting her next Friday. I've set up a schedule now. So, she recognized me from the Nerium, so we have a good chance that she may be interested. But, this is what happens. If you just move your fingers a little bit and just do this, these things start to happen. So, Pam, congratulations. I joked around a little bit about, I've asked her, can you pay me $100 to meet her or whatever? It's just a joke, okay? So, uplines don't ask for money for downlines. So, but then also, Pam, for all of you, if you are meeting people international and they're flying into different cities, there is no reason for you to fly down there and meet them, because it's a prospect. And every time you have to fly to meet prospects, you're going to go broke meeting prospects. And the fact that I'm here in LA and I'm moving around, also I'll be in Korea, that's what makes this business possible, because you don't have to spend a dime, because I'm there already. That's what makes it possible. That way you can reach out to as many prospects as you can, without you going there and meeting somebody you never met before and then spend $500 and then you find out that she's not interested. You have miscommunications. So this is what makes it possible. Okay.
That's awesome. Thank you so much.
Congratulations, Pam, and keep up the good work. Okay. That's it for me.
All right. Well, for those of you that are watching this recording, one of the things that Kwangsoo has told us is once a month he's going to Korea starting this month. I think, what are you going, the 26th of May, your flight leaves, and he's going to tell us what cities he's in and a phone number to reach him so we can get our Korean contacts to meet up with him. All they need to do is make sure that they let him know that they're you invited them, to where he doesn't think that they just found him on social media or something, that you invited them. He's also getting people to fly into the corporate office for tours and visits. And so it's game on. If you got people that are networkers, it's game on. In fact, Kwangsoo, you were telling me the other day on the call, I think it was, that you're getting some pretty interested people that are not even networkers, but they see the opportunity, younger people, and they're flying in. And so, you don't want to be just prospecting cold leads we've made on Facebook, but if you develop any kind of rapport with them and the conversations come up and they're interested, you need to get them Kwangsoo's videos. And then if they're really interested, we got to get them in front of Kwangsoo. It's all about momentum and early on. So again, Kwangsoo, anything you want to add to that before I move on?
Yeah, these 2 people or 3 people that came over, flew over on their own dime. They came in for the opportunity. They saw, they've never been in network marketing, but they saw the product and they saw the marketing and says, wow, you know what, maybe it's worthwhile. And then when they came, I mean, they have so much energy and they're so excited. Just going to corporate office, met with the Travis Ogden, Sharon Walsh, and did all the tours. And they were just, I mean, I couldn't keep them quiet, So it all proves that market in Korea is low-hanging fruits. People are having tough time getting jobs. Young people have no jobs. Just like here, opportunities are limited. But something like this, no investment, a very little investment, huge opportunity. You just reach out to a lot of people. Don't just limit it to MLMers or the networkers. Anybody who is in insurance or some sort of sales, or anybody who wants to make money or financial freedom, this is it. So I'm really excited.
I know you are.
And then next week I'm bringing in 14 top networkers from Korea, and they'll be flying over here. So I'm going to update you guys on what's going on, and I'm going to do a little party in my house. It's like a kick-off, just like kicking off Korea with my team. And I mean, all these people were all made millions, with me or without me in different companies. So just like you, Chuck, they're top leaders. So I'm hoping that we'll see, many thousands of people coming into our team.
And when he says my team, if you're listening to this recording, you are his team. He doesn't care where you fall on his team. We're all on his team. So if you've got a top prospect, if you got somebody who's got some network marketing background experience, now's the time to get them in touch with Kwangsoo. Make sure they've watched the video. Do your work ahead of time. Don't just send them a cold content that you think's gonna be excited. Do your homework, get them excited. Do 3-way calls with me in the beginning. If they only speak Korean, obviously I'm gonna be zero use to you. But let's do the interpretation. Let's do it right, and let's get them to Kwangsoo just like you would a typical prospect. But these are high potential. But again, when he says my team, he's talking about his personals for the most part, but he's also, all of our people contribute to his team. We're all on his team. So take advantage of that. We have such a huge advantage, such favor. I know Versal Shaw has been working hard at developing some really core, solid relationships with a bunch of great Korean people here in St. Louis, Missouri. Now's the time to start asking those people who they know and start getting in touch and start introducing them to Kwangsoo. So Kwangsoo, I know I keep sparking thoughts. Anything else you want to say before we move on?
Well, yeah, well, so thanks for the correction. When I say my team is team that's, it's not just my personal, but all of you are my team. We're the same team. So I'm hoping, and I'm sure it'll happen, that somebody like Pam or anybody who's following this social media tactic without performing. I mean, I know it's going to happen. I just know it. Okay. And that'll be the best thing ever happened in my career. So let's have it done.
Amen. Okay, so for the rest of the training, I'm going to go fast, but I'm recording this so you can go back and watch it. But I'm going to go through a lot of important things over the next 10 minutes. I want you to get in the habit of taking your new people to teamofhope.com, and getting this schedule in their calendar for the first 21 days until it becomes a habit. Get them in the habit of going to this schedule here. We're going to talk a little bit more about that in a minute. But in the meantime, I want to scroll down a little bit. At the bottom of that front page, teamofhope.com, at the bottom, you've got Getting Started Right Training. Click here. Either place will take you to the same page. It's page 2 of the Getting Started Right. When that comes up, it's got the 90-day plan with Kathy Coover. It's got the text that you text to Kathy Coover, and it gets you on a 90-day plan with her. This is the place I send all my brand new people. It's the system we use, but it's got to be duplicated throughout the team in order for it to be effective for you. And so if you come on down, you'll see the 90-day plan. Then you've got the Cepeda texting. My goodness, if you're not using the Cepeda text alerts, you're missing out on a great investment that the Cepedas make in our business. They spend literally, I don't want to exaggerate here, but I know it's tens of thousands of dollars on the texting that they do. They text people every morning about the morning call. They text people about the Zoom calls on Monday and Wednesday. They text people about the product call that Jeremy does on Sunday nights. Anything special going on within the Cepeda organization, they send the communication to your team for you, but they don't do it if you don't get your people on it. So get in the habit. If you haven't been real faithful about that, go back and get all your people on the Cepeda text alert. Now, if you keep it coming down, you got the 2 big events that are coming up. And I can't emphasize this enough. If you get fortunate enough to hit a home run with the Korean expansion, I hope every one of you do. I really do. But you've got to become the leader for your team if you really want people to follow you. And the way you do that is these big events. And the big events, you might be saying, oh, it's rah-rah. It's not rah-rah. I mean, there is some emotional rah-rahness to it, just when you're around. I mean, excited people, of course. But it's not rah-rah. It's meat and potatoes. They got a science talk day where the scientists get up there that developed all these products. I love that day. And I'm not nerdy like my friend Versal Shaw here. I love the guy, but he loves that stuff. I mean, he gets all turned on by the technical and the science. I'm starting to too, and I'm not that way. But when you really understand the knowledge behind what goes behind these products, your confidence level goes through the roof when you're talking to people. Nobody can steal your vision when you understand the science behind the product. And then you've got the top leaders in a company that do the presentations, the trainings, and just the association, just seeing on stage, especially celebration. When you see the hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people that go across stage that have made 6 figures or more, I don't know of any other company that can parade people across the stage like that, especially here in the United States. And then you've got the 29 or 30 people that walk across stage that are making $1 million or more. Are you kidding me? And then you bump into them in the hall and they'll talk to you. They're real people. They're nice. It's amazing. So I want to encourage all of you, if you haven't already signed up for Celebration, do so. And be a leader. Get a couple extra tickets. Have them available because the thing's going to sell out if it hasn't already. I know it's getting close a while back, so hopefully it hasn't sold out. I hate to be promoting something that's already sold out, but even if it has, get on the Facebook groups and see who bought extra tickets that's not using them. See who bought a ticket that some came up. Get a ticket to Celebration. I would say it's probably one or two most important things you can do in your business in 2018. And then the next most important thing is right under that. Again, we're on teamofhope.com. We're going through the Getting Started Right process. This is page 2. It's Express University in October. Personally, Express University is the #1 most important thing of the year. I've had some brand new people, leaders on my team recently have joined, and they've asked me, Chuck, I can only go to one. Which one should I go to? And I would tell them Express University. Now, I've since changed my answer, and let me tell you why. Now I tell them, if you can only go to one, go to Celebration. And the reason is, at Celebration, they're going to understand so much more, and they're going to make so much more money that they're going to absolutely want to go to Express University too. But if I really had to choose between just the two, I would go to Express University. But you don't have to choose. You can do both. If you haven't read the Money Mindset book, you really ought to do that. He recommends both, not either or, both. So those are the 2 biggest events of the year, Celebration and Express University. So you keep coming down, and then at the bottom of the second page, you'll see where it says here, click here for a Getting Started Right training. If you click on that link, it's got 2 recordings. It's got Shirley Picaretto, and it's got Zig Bykowski. These 2 are the most recent 2 of the most recent Getting Started Rights that I've done and recorded. I've done many more, but these are 2 that I recorded. And so if you haven't done a Getting Started Right with me in a while, we have evolved. We've learned so much month after month after month. We're learning. Go back and watch one of these as we go through these steps together and make sure the person signed up for the IsaBody Challenge. Make sure they understand about these events. Make sure they've got set up on a text system. Very, very important that you get your new people to watch this video at their speed, their pace, and go through and check off the list and get the things done that need to be done. So again, there's 2 recordings right here. I'm not going to go through the rest of the page. This is stuff we do in the Getting Started Right. It's all there for you. And if you think of something I'm missing, let me know, because I'm pretty sure we're covering just about everything here in the Getting Started Right. I think we've even got down here, if I'm not mistaken. No, I don't see it. Somewhere in here, we've even got how to get the book. I've always got it right next to me, right here. GoPro, Eric Worre. It's the Bible of network marketing professionals. Steve Cunningham shows where you can get this book, just pay shipping only, and there's a link to get that book. And if I don't find it tonight, I'll make sure it's on there, but I think it is. So let's go back. I want to really emphasize tonight. Let me go back one more page. This is the beginning now. We're going back to teamofhope.com, the front page. So when you go to teamofhope.com, whoops, one too many. Let me catch up real quick here. Teamofhope.com. That's where my computer's slowly going to. Thank you very much. All right, there's the call schedule. We're on this Sunday night special team leadership Zoom call right here. And I will record this, and I will post it over on the blog archive, teamofhope.com. So if you go to teamofhope.com over on the right, you'll see blog archives. We got some of the best recordings and the most recent trainings right there. Monday night, I'm going to have Dr. Shirley as my guest on the product call. And if you missed her a couple weeks ago, she oozes unbelievable knowledge about our product. She gets down to the ingredient level. So for those of you that really want to know the nitty-gritty about why our products are special and why they work, she gets down to the ingredient level, and she tells you with her 20-plus years of experience why Isagenix has the most phenomenal products in the world. And she just really recently discovered it. She joined us back in March, and she's already a Crystal director. And within the next 2 weeks, she will be a Crystal executive. There's zero doubt. And so she knows her stuff. She does a daily Facebook Live. If you haven't seen that yet, it is phenomenal. Monday, she's doing one on women's health. And then later this week, she's doing one on men's health. Phenomenal topic, gets a lot of interest. And she gets thousands of people to watch that every single week. She is smoking this thing. So if you want to learn about the product, Monday night is going to be a great call. So if you got people on your team that are excited, want to know more about the product, Monday night, Zoom call. Don't want to miss it. It's going to be awesome. In a week coming soon, we're trying to get Dr. Paul, V, maybe you can help me with his last name. Dr. Paul, our friend, the tall, handsome doctor.
Dr. Paul Osorio?
Thank you. Yes, we're trying to get him as our guest. Nick is working on that, and we're probably going to get that done. By the way, if you know Nick, reach out and encourage him. He's on the run to go Crystal Executive in the next 2 weeks. He's got a game plan, and he should have it done within a week of this call right here, right now. So Nick is someone actually in the hierarchy. He's up above Kwangsoo, but he's working with us, and so he's part of our team. We're encouraging him. So if you know Nick, encourage him. He's going for it big time right now. And then Wednesday, if you missed this past Wednesday, Herb and Patty Cepeda were on fire. They did amazing, and they're going to be our speakers again this coming Wednesday night on the Zoom call. So you get the product on Monday night and then the opportunity Wednesday night. Use those two calls. Very, very powerful. We talked about celebration. We talked about Express University. I want to talk a few minutes about 5/27. 5/27, May 27th. You got 2 weeks from tonight. And if you're watching this recording, you maybe got less time, but for those of you live, you get 2 weeks, 2 full weeks to hit Crystal Executive in the double bonus. Instead of the normal $1,000, you get $2,000. May 27th. Now, don't wait till last weekend to get this done, but spend the next 2 weeks and get it done. You need 5 consultants on the right and 5 consultants on the left. Kwangsoo and I have both done it, so we're going to give you a couple tips right now. I was talking to Jody and Habiba earlier, and it can happen fast. If you've been planting the seeds and you've been doing the groundwork, it can happen fast. The first time I went Crystal Executive, I did it in 19 days, and I had been planting the seeds right away when I got started, but I only enrolled a couple people my first week in the business. And then the second week, things started to pick up, and some of those people started to come on board, and I would get the person to immediately sign up, them and their spouse, and then a friend. Keep it that simple. You're not trying to, you're not trying to become triple, dipple, whatever rank here. You're just trying to help a person get to. And so get really focused on that. Identify your 5 on the right and 5 on the left that you want to help, that want to be helped. Key there, that they want to be helped. Help them get their spouse in. Help them get another sale so they get double PIB, so their spouse is basically free if they're buying a decent sized pack. If they're buying one of the real little packs just to get the 100 BV, we don't normally recommend that, but in a run like this, you do whatever you got to do. You go for the ultimate pack, that's the best pack for the individual, so you want them to get that. Then you go to the value pack. From there, it's the premier pack, which includes the ice and the lights, and really that's a great value too. If that go down the 30-day system. Worst case scenario, give them a 9-day cleanse. Do whatever you got to do at this point. You got 2 weeks. You want to identify your 5 on the right, 5 on the left. And here's the key. The company is brilliant in their marketing and their promotion. They really are. I've been in this industry a long time. You hear me say it all the time. We've got new people. I've been the #1 income earner of 4 different companies. I've never been with a company that it comes close to the marketing and promotion that this company does. They've got a promotion going on right now in addition to the rapid reset, a double consultant bonus. And so now your consultant doesn't make the normal $50, they make $100. So you take that $100 plus the PIB, hopefully double PIB if you're giving people in the same week, and you literally are allowing them to put their spouse in at no charge and they get the product. And so you really want to take advantage of that. Now, let's say you're in a position where you don't believe you can go Crystal Executive by May 27th. And a lot of you, unfortunately, are in that position. And trust me, if you don't think you can, you are absolutely right. There's no possible way you can if you don't think you can. If you think you can, I believe you can. You got 2 full weeks to do it. A lot of it's up here, mental, in your heart. And so even if you can't or don't think you can go Crystal Executive by 5/27, use the double consultant bonus to get as many people in your team to consultant as possible so they get $100 instead of $50. And most of you, you haven't got your 20 consultants yet. So when you help a person become a consultant, you're going to earn a $100 consultant development bonus. So the company's throwing money out at us. I'm just encouraging all of you to take advantage of it. Kwangsoo, you also achieved Crystal Executive. Is there anything you'd like to add to what I just said to encourage our teams to really get after it the next 2 weeks?
Yes, actually, I did it with a lot of it with my family. When I first joined, I had my wife signed up, and then my father signed up, and my wife signed up her mother and her cousin, and then my father signed up my mom and his cousin. There's a director, right? I mean, there's a manager right there in the first day. So that's what you need to duplicate. You don't go reach out to people you don't know. Start with people you're closest to. So, Herb taught me to sign up your spouse, and that makes it very simple. Once then all you have to do is get one person. So.
Well said. I hope that helps. Got a couple more nuggets here, so if you're hanging in there, I think this will help you. A couple more things real quick here. In the exposure process, make sure you're following the right steps. The first step is creating interest. Now, at this point in the process, if you're going for Crystal Executive and you're creating interest, it's probably not the best idea in the world to be thinking about customers only at this point. Now, you always want to be thinking about customers. Don't mishear me. But what you want to focus on are people out there that are looking to make some extra money. As Susan Miller so eloquently said in the past Friday morning compensation call, we have developed the best business income opportunity in the world today. And so don't be afraid to mention that. Don't be afraid to mention how many 260, I think it is, millionaires already, 29 people making $1 million a year. And then what I like to do, what I recommend you do, is get knowledgeable about what's happening with Korea and let people know about the opportunity that's happening with the opening of Korea and what that means to them, what it means to you. Be able to share that vision. People will gravitate towards that. If you got a networker in another company and they're not having just incredibly wild, crazy success, which most of them are not, they're a prime target to want to get involved in Isagenix with the timing and position of our company going to Korea. So now's the time to really get out there and expose. So the number one thing is you create an interest. And you can do that with Facebook messaging. You can do it with text. You can do it with phone calls, one-on-one, coffee shop meetings, however you want to do it. You've got to get good at that. You're not going to be successful in this business if you can't create interest. And so you've got to become the person. You got to read the books, the Eric Worre, the Big Al, get your books, get your information, leadership books. Become the person that people are going to want to follow. That's the most important thing I can teach you tonight. Personal development. But we don't have time in the next 2 weeks for that. You got to do what you can. But right now, you just want to go out there and create some interest. The best way I know to do that is the Korean expansion. If you're not totally up to speed on the Korean expansion, what that can mean for you and your prospect, get with Kwangsoo or myself, and we'll bring you up to speed. It only takes about 5 minutes. We try to do it tonight. Very, very important. So use that, create interest. It could be You know, summer's coming. How would you like to look your best that you've looked in decades? You're working with people. Literally, we all got involved with them basically within the last year, and we're all looking better than we've looked in decades, except for Versal. Again, that guy always looks good. But for the rest of us, we're looking good again, you know. So use that as a tool with summer coming up. How would you like to look your best? How, like Herb and Patty say, how would you like to lose 5 to 20 pounds of fat in the next 2 weeks? Right in time for the summer kickoff with a Memorial Day weekend coming up. Phenomenal line. But number one, create interest. Number two, don't explain Isagenix. Don't explain it. Use a tool. If you're out there talking about this and you're explaining all the details like Dr. Shirley's going to do Monday night or that we do on Wednesday nights, or you're missing the boat. You've got to get good at using the tools. When I got started, I sent everybody to the Cepeda site, besetfreelife.com. besetfreelife.com. I had them watch that video at the top, and I followed up with them. Later, I discovered the ISO tools. Fell in love with the ISO tools. ISO tools lets me know when my prospects watch the video. So I don't have to call and ask them. I know. I can call and say, hey, I saw you watch the video. What'd you like best? But either way, they both work great. The isomovies.com works great. I'll tell you what else works great. The company in the last year has evolved our website. So you can actually go into your back office, go up to where it says resources, click on manage your website, and change it from the default page that they set it on automatically to the recommended or the suggested page. And on that page, it's got the Transform Your Life video. So now you've got several ways you can expose Isagenix. Find the one you're most comfortable with and then use it. The main thing is use it. Have your prospect watch the video. So important. When I'm talking to new people, that's the number one thing I want them to do. Get people interested, have them watch the video. And then number three, do the three-way call. So many people fail to do the three-way call, and we all fall into the trap. You know, we get good at it ourselves, so we don't want to bother anybody. But you're not bothering people. That's what we do. And what happens when you do the three-way call, your prospect sees the process, and then they're able to duplicate. The reason Dr. Shirley and that team are exploding right now is because we use the three-way calls. We're using the system. So where new people come in, and they just follow the blueprint that's already working. Interest, exposure, three-way call, and then we get them to one of the Zoom meetings Monday or Wednesday night, or a recording of one for the bigger presentation. And then we do another follow-up call to get them enrolled. It's that easy. It really is. The key, create interest, tool, three-way, get them to a major presentation, get them started right, and repeat. But you got to follow up in that process. You're the one. We can't do it for you. You're the one that's got to keep them moving step by step throughout that process. Kwangsoo, anything you want to add to that before I wrap up here?
Well said. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you. Let's close with this. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have not heard Friday morning's compensation call recorded, it was the best one I've heard since I've been in business in the beginning. I don't miss many of the Friday compensation calls. I'm on almost every Monday. I'm on most of the Tuesday morning product calls. I'm hardly ever on the Wednesday call unless I'm actually leading it. I have a Bible study on Wednesday morning. I don't make the Wednesday call. That's about contacting, inviting. I recommend you get on there if your schedule allows it, but that's one I don't make. The Thursday call I rarely miss. That's Patty Cepeda doing the inspirational, motivational call. And in the Friday compensation call, that one I really hardly ever miss. I love the Friday compensation call. This last Friday was the best one I've ever heard. Now, a lot of that has to do with my personal development and where I'm at, so I was able to understand and receive what was said. But Susan Miller, in 30 minutes, laid out more nuggets. I mean, I took 2 pages of notes. I was just writing like crazy. The way she articulated things, it was just, if you have somebody listen to her 30-minute presentation from Friday morning, it's right there. If you see the screen, you go to besetfreelife.com, you log in the back office, you click on daily calls, and they've already got it up there. It's right there. May 11th, the Cepeda call, May 11th, and you listen to that recording, your belief level will shoot through the roof. She does a phenomenal job. In fact, I'm going to actually use that with prospects. I'm actually going to have my prospects listen to that 30 minutes as one of the later presentations if they're interested. Now, she actually goes into some of the details of the compensation plan, but she does it in such a way that it's not analytical or boring. It is ingenious the way she shares the compensation plan. So if you haven't listened to it yourself, I highly recommend it. Personally, I'm telling you right now, that will be a weekly call I listen to. I will go back and listen to that recording on a weekly basis until I can do it as well as she did it. It's that good. Kid you not. So we covered a lot of ground tonight. I hope this has been helpful. I do want to open up. Does anybody have any questions before we wrap up here tonight? Any questions or comments before we close?
This is Pam.
Go ahead, Pam.
I've got a question on how to get that Friday morning recording packaged in such a way that you can share it with prospects. Obviously, we can't send them to this website because they can't get in.
I think you can download. Yes, you can. I just hit the button. It's downloading to my computer right now. So you can download the recording.
Okay.
And if any of you technical people want to tell her how, you can tell her how. But I just clicked on the button and I see it downloading on my computer. So once I get on my computer, I can then share it.
Okay, thanks. Excuse me.
Great question. Any other questions? Any comments? Covered a lot of ground tonight. All right, for those of you watching this recording, you're on the team. This is a team training. It's not put out there to the masses, so take advantage of what you're learning here. Take advantage of being on Kwangsoo Shin's team. Kwangsoo, I just, almost every day, I thank God for certain things, and you're one of them. It's amazing to be on your team and to have this head start and to have the advantage of being able to plug our people into you. And we're definitely going to take advantage of that. So thank you for being who you are. And we're praying for your health. We're praying for your strength and endurance. As the third time is the charm, as you create a strong 7-figure residual income and teach so many of us how to do the same thing. We're so blessed. So thank you for all you're doing. And for all of you, have a great week. For all of you going for a Crystal Executive, let's get it done. The sooner the better. Waiting the last minute is kind of nerve-wracking. So let's just get it done this week and be glad to help any of you that are going for it. God bless you. Have a super week. Good night, everybody.
Good night. Happy Mother's Day.
Good night.
Happy Mother's Day. Oh, boy, I'm so sorry I forgot about that. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers. I celebrated all day, and I've been in business mode last hour. So happy Mother's Day. Sorry about that. Thank you, Kwangsoo.
Bye-bye.
Good night.